Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Um, Today what we're going to go through is how to write a good cold call email. So it's a really important skill to have, especially as we go outbound a little bit more. I'm so excited to talk through that today. Um, I'm a sales manager here at ZoomInfo. Um, and throughout my career, my sales career, I've been working outbound orgs and been managing people for about 7 years now. Before we get in, this is our safe harbor statement. I will be sharing some forward-looking statements in information on this call today. So perfect. How to write a perfect cold call email. So what I'm going to go through today is a 4-step process of how to write a perfect cold call email. Looking forward to going through this. I'm going to make it extremely simple for everyone. We don't want to overcomplicate it, and hopefully you find this beneficial. So step one of writing a perfect cold call email is to do research. This is such an important step, and I feel like one that's missed when a lot of people do write a good cold call email. I break this research into 4 different steps. The first step here is look up the account in Salesforce. Don't just reach out to an account without doing some research. If you look it up in Salesforce, you can find things like maybe there was a past opportunity that they had with us. Maybe there's some great notes in there, about the decision maker, what they care about. Maybe there were some pricing issues. Maybe it was functionality issues. The more you can get on that, and the more information you can find in Salesforce, the better it's going to allow you to write that email. The next is research the company's website. What are you looking for on the website? You're going to look for who works at that company. What's their role? What do they care about? A lot of times companies will have, little summaries of what that person cares about. What services are they providing or products are they providing to the market? And then also, I like to read the company mission statement as well. What does this company care about? Is there something in those mission statements that we can put in our email, right, to show them that we did the research? Next is research the prospect or prospects you're reaching out to on LinkedIn. Do we have mutual connections with them? Have they liked different things on LinkedIn, different articles that we can use in our outreach? All these little things and tips you can find on LinkedIn can be helpful as well. And the last one that's really important is understand the value that we can add to this company. After doing all this research, you should be able to make the connection between what we provide and how we can help them, and make sure you use that in the email. So that's step one of how to write a good cold call email. Step 2 here is have a strong subject line, right? If you think about a strong subject line, what's the goal of a strong subject line? It's to have them read the body of the email. If it's a weak subject line, they're never going to get to the body of the email, and they're never going to answer you. That's how you want to think about it. It's almost like an intro to the actual email that they're going to be reading. So what should be in a strong subject line? From my experience in doing readings on this, subject lines that are 4 words or under have the best open rates. Keep it simple, right? Don't make it complex. We don't want a subject line that's 10, 12 words. That's too long. People aren't going to read that. A lot of times what we find, there's a lot of value in asking a question in the subject line. Are you looking to grow, X percentage? Something that will get them intrigued and interested has shown to work. Next is use different numbers and stats, right? We have some great stats here. We have a ton of successful companies. We help, companies grow 46%, increase sales 46%. Do you want to increase sales 46%? That right there, if you're a sales leader, that's going to grab your attention and pull you in and allow you to want to read that body of the email. Next, we see use the name of the person that you're sending the email to. This also shows that it's a little bit customized. You're not just sending out a mass email to 100 people. You're customized a little bit to the person that's receiving this. But again, keep that subject line short, really impactful. And if you do that, you should get them interested enough to actually read the body of the email. Step 3, the actual body of the email. So we've done our research here. We have a strong subject line, and now we need a strong body so that we can get a response from them. What goes into that? When I think about a good body of email, keep it short. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a prospect email that's a couple paragraphs. That is way too long. It should be 2-3 sentences. That's all that should be in the body of the email. Think about it. Today, most people are reading emails on their cell phone, right? They're not on a laptop or a computer. When you preview that email on your cell phone, can they get the idea of the value of it in that preview? If they can, they're going to actually be more likely to open up that email and read it. Next is keep it relevant, right? Make it about them. There's times where you shouldn't even mention ZoomInfo in an email that you're sending, right? You should make it all about them and what they care about. Again, the goal of this is to help fix their problems and get them interested. It's not about features and benefits that we can provide to them. Next is back it up with proof and customer stories. Look, as an organization, we have so many great customers today. Let's use some of those stories in our body of an email to get them engaged. Let them know there's others out there just like them that are finding benefits from our product, right? People have FOMO. If their competitors are using this product and having success, they're probably going to want to do the same thing. A great tool that we have is a screenshot of our intent, right? So say they're a commercial cleaning company and they work in New York City. Break down the intent topic for commercial cleaning in New York City, send them that email. Topic, subject line could be, are these companies in your pipeline, right? Get them intrigued. If they're not in their pipeline, they should be. We have that information. We can help them out. And the last one, I always tell all my reps this, do the CEO test. Now you're probably asking, what's the CEO test? Put yourself imagine you're the CEO. Put yourself in their shoes. If somebody sent you this email, would you actually respond to this? Would this email pique your interest? Be your own biggest critic, all right? Be tough on yourself. Because I promise you, if you're tough on yourself, when that prospect gets this email, they are going to respond, okay? So always do the CEO, the VP of sales, whatever test, whoever you're sending it to, put yourself in their shoes and really test that email and be honest with yourself if you would respond to that email. The last step here is follow up. This is a step that's missed so much. I can't tell you how many times we've had reps send 1-2 emails and just give up on it, okay? We know you have to follow up with calls. You have to follow up with emails, okay? You're not going to get a meeting in one email. It just doesn't happen. A really cool stat, 80% of meetings are set between 8 and 12 touches, okay? So if you are doing 3, 4, 5 touches, you are doing a disservice to yourself because you are missing a ton of opportunities. Please put the effort in and continue to do more touches. Again, you want to get more meetings, get between that 8 and 12 touch points. Next is multi-thread your outreach with these accounts. If you're reaching out to one person at each account, you are not doing enough. I suggest, based on titles and the information we have, you should be reaching out to 3 to 4 people at each account. Think about this as it's an odds game. The more people you reach out to, the more answers you're going to get. Now, obviously, we want to set a meeting with a president or a CEO or a C-suite member at every email, but it's not possible. Sometimes you got to start low and build up. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So just think about that. You might have to start low and build yourself up and get to the C-suite. The last one is track your open activity. As a company, we have some great tools, right? We know when people open emails, we can track that stuff. If there's smoke, there's usually fire. If someone's opening an email 5, 6, 7, 8 times, pick up the phone and give them a call and then send them another follow-up email after that. We know from our data that, again, if there's a lot of activity there, there's probably some interest in the tool. So overall, those are the 4 steps to really be successful in writing a cold email. Let's go through those 4 steps again. 1, do research. 2, a very strong subject line. Get them engaged. That's your ticket into them reading the body. Next, the body of the email. Keep it relevant to them. Keep it short. Keep them engaged. Lastly, follow up. Make sure you follow up those 8 to 12 touches. And also, don't forget, ask for the meeting, right? If you've done a good job writing great emails, you should be able to ask for the meeting. Thank you very much. I appreciate